This week on TGC News, California gets worse, Mossberg sues everybody, and a gun range for your house. If you absolutely must reload every spent case you see, then check out AmmoBot, offering one of the most simple and cost-effective ways to automate your Dillon 1050 with no need to worry about complex setup or operation. Capable of running at over 2,000 rounds per hour, this thing will allow your reloading hobby to get serious. To learn more, click the link in the description to head over to ammobot.us. Welcome back. My name is Jon Patton, and I want to thank every single one of you that made it out to the TGC Q&A panel at the NRA annual meeting down in Louisville. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you guys, and I cannot wait to do it again. There's talk of it already happening for next year. Now, this week's first story is one that just hurts my soul. California is far and away one of the most beautiful states in America, from the mountains in northern Cali all the way down to the shorelines in SoCal. It's diverse, it's vast, and it's overall a beautiful place to be. The problem, however, with California is that it's somehow run by anti-freedom politicians and yuppies that think guns shoot themselves. It's awful, really. Even though there is a massive amount of gun owners in California, they are outnumbered. Proof of that is in a new package of bills being passed by the Senate there that include things like an ammunition owner database, magazine capacity limit of 10 rounds, no more 80% guns allowed, and a bill that would make guns with bullet buttons illegal, aka no more detachable magazines. The Gunpocalypse package also includes things that on the surface don't seem that bad, like forcing people to report lost or stolen guns within 5 days of it happening, and somehow this wasn't the thing before, but theft or purchase of a stolen gun would become a felony. The real meat of this is that the man that said this
is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a .30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second. 30 magazine clip in half a second.
Is now telling gun owners that they can't have things based on pure conjecture. It's nonsense. We all know that they're based on lies. I don't understand how this continues to propagate. I'm literally getting angry just talking about this. And people will ask me, what do we do? How do we help California? I wish I had a good answer. I really do. I don't know. The fact of the matter is the state is controlled by people that want to keep absolute control. Now, keep in mind these are not quite laws yet, but they get closer every day. They're on their way to being signed by the governor of California, which in history is an anti-gun position. They are quite literally eating away at the rights of free people in California, and it hurts to even say that. And because I don't know the answer to this wholeheartedly, I have to reach out to you guys. How do we help California? How do we save them from the idiots in office? Let me know down in the comments. And in copy of a copy news, it seems as though just about every drop-in trigger manufacturer is being sued right now for patent infringement. You would assume that someone that's been in the drop-in trigger game since the get-go is doing that, but nope, it's Mossberg. Yeah, that Mossberg. They actually acquired the patent from the McCormick family that originally filed for it, and they're now sticking it to companies like Black Rain Ordnance, Rise Armament, Elfman, KE Arms, and a few more. Essentially, they're saying that they're owed money for the use of the patented idea. CMC Triggers actually already pays Mossberg for the licensing, even though they were somehow part of the inception of that patent. CMC actually stands for Chip McCormick Custom. So I'm not really sure how that kind of works together, but that's the case. CMC is already paying. It's all really confusing as hell to me, but the fact of the matter is that when it all shakes out, there will be butthurt. And as this involves so many companies and so much going on, we're seeing a lot of reports come about in defense of all of these companies that are being sued. One of the more interesting things that I've seen is from Jeremy S. on The Truth About Guns. He's reporting that the patent itself is being challenged and that some are claiming that the concept behind it could have been found through normal thought process. If that's the case, and the patent is found to be, well, useless, then the tables will turn very, very quickly. Of course, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this because it's bound to take forever to get resolved, but I think this is a very, very important case in the firearms world. Who do you guys think is right here? I mean, if Mossberg didn't sue, then their patent would be worthless anyway, right? Let me know your thoughts down below on who you think is right. Have you ever wanted to shoot a gun inside your house? I know I have, and I'm not talking about like a SIRT pistol, I'm talking about real guns. Well, there's a company called Bullet Trap USA that wants you to do exactly that. They've come up with a system that includes a sound abatement room and a snail-type bullet trap that allows you to blast away in the privacy of your own home. This style of trap is actually ideal because it allows you to collect the bullet fragments to be processed into new projectiles or sold for scrap. A lot of indoor ranges actually use large-scale versions of this same idea. The secondary part of this is what they're calling the sound abatement room. It's essentially a small structure that has sound-absorbing / deflecting panels, much like you have in concert venues and recording studios. It's just condensed. The sound abatement room also has an air filtration system to suck out the harmful gases that come from shooting in non-ventilated areas. It's pretty damn cool if you ask me. The only issue with this concept is that they don't even have an example on their website of this working, while they claim sound reduction of up to 75%. You figure if you make a big claim like that, you'd have something to back it up. But no. And then the part where you actually put it in a house is where things start to get a little sketchy. There's a good reason that indoor ranges right now cost millions of dollars to create. The air filtration systems and the hazmat procedures for all of the lead that's in the air is absolutely ridiculous. Go into any indoor range that's been around for a few years and you'll walk out tasting the lead because the air filtration sucks. And then go into a new one. It's completely different these days, and the price to build one reflects that. With this Bullet Trap USA system, they don't even list their prices on the site, and that's probably a good indicator of how expensive they are. Comparable traps that you can use indoors cost upwards of $10,000, and then you got to figure the cost of the sound abatement room, and that probably goes for several thousand as well. This really comes down to how bad do you want to shoot inside your house. For 10 grand, I could buy 40 people range memberships to the most expensive place near me outdoors for an entire year. That's a tough pill to swallow. It does, however, make sense for people like gun manufacturers and ammo companies for testing purposes. And let's be fair here. Who really doesn't want to have something like this in their house? If you could afford it, you'd probably do it. Now, cost aside, this is pretty damn cool if it actually works. The videos on their website prove absolutely nothing, so I'm calling BS until they fix that. Now, be sure to stick around until after the break for this week's Friendly Fire. You're probably already familiar with Lancer Systems for their outstanding AR-15 and AR-10 magazines, but did you know that they do more than that? Lancer offers things like shotgun magazine tube extensions, AR handguards, and even buttstocks, all made from real carbon fiber. They also offer complete rifles like this badass L30 heavy metal chambered in .308. To learn more about Lancer and all of their offerings, head over to facebook.com/Lancer Systems right now. This week's Friendly Fire question is from XXSpecterXX on Instagram. Dude, enough with the X's. And he asks, do you have any opinions or preferences on retailers for purchasing bulk ammo online? I get asked about this kind of stuff all the time, like who do you buy for, who do you recommend? So this is a great question. The simple answer here is that I go where I can find the brands of ammo that I trust at the best prices. When I buy ammo in bulk, I'm not looking for precision ammo or defensive ammo or anything like that. I'm looking for cheap stuff for reviews, testing, and fun. Typically, unless I see like a sale flyer or something in my email with incredible pricing, I'll check something like gunbot.net, which is a pricing aggregator site, and see what's the cheapest. I'm one of those people that will shoot steel-cased ammo through every single gun that I own, so I'm looking for the real cheap stuff. If everything seems to be kind of about the same price, I'm going to go to a place that I actually want to support. My friendly fire question this week is, where do you buy your ammo? Maybe you buy it at a local gun store, or you buy it online, or some other method that I'm unaware of. Where do you buy your ammo? Post your answer down in the comments below, and if you want your question answered right here on the show, you can post that on facebook.com/theguncollective. You can send it to me on Snapchat, or post it on Instagram, and be sure to tag me. Now, guys, see this thing up here in the corner? That's the Snap code. All you have to do is take a picture of that, and then work through the app to get me on Snapchat. You guys are probably... And that is it for this week's show. Guys, one more thing. There are still shirts available at patriotpatch.co/TGC, so head over there and grab them while they last. You know what to do if you enjoyed the episode. Hit that like button, share it with your friends. That always helps a ton. And if you didn't enjoy the show, let me know down in the comments so we can talk about it. Do not forget to get subscribed. You won't want to miss a single week of the show. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. The shirts worn in today's episode of TGC News were provided by Patriot Patch Company. Click the link in the description to learn more.